Okay, now we are going to see the idea of toppling and sliding. We are going to start with the definition. Of course, what do we mean by toppling? Toppling means an object will. Toppling means an object falling over from a given surface or point. Consider the diagrams below. So this is what I mean by toppling. We have toppling and sliding. Of course, sliding, I think everyone knows sliding. Sliding, this is what we call sliding. I think you see. So here the body is sliding. Then toppling, this is what we call toppling. If I have that, you note. Toppling is when this body is there and then that's sliding. This one is disorganizing me, but I will show you what toppling means. If I have a body there, of course you have been seeing it has been toppling, it has been falling off. So this is what we call toppling. Okay, that's what we call toppling. Sliding, the just body goes down as you see. By toppling, the body falls over. So that's what we mean by toppling. But when does the body topple over? Now, look at these cases. We have this case 1, case 2, and case 3. Now, note from the extreme point through the center of gravity to there. Now, if the center of this line from here, not these two lines, and not this one, this one is outside AB. Note this one is at the point of AB, and this one is between AB. Now, here the body rests in equilibrium. Here, the body is at the point of toppling, and here, the body will topple off. So look, but what happens? It happens as we increase stiffness. As you see, stiffness is going to increase until when you reach the side. Stiffness, as stiffness increases, stiffness will mean if this angle gets bigger and bigger, if you are inclining it there. So there it means that now our beta is greater than alpha is greater than theta. That is the order. This is bigger than all these ones. Alpha is bigger than theta. Now, look at this. If I have this box here, I think you see the stiffness. Then as I increase, you look at as I increase the stiffness from here. As I increase, then it's the stiffness there. Finally, it will fall off as you see. So that's the idea we have here. So the body falls off as long as it's that. As we increase, I think I showed you that thing that as this body is in this order. So when this line, the idea we are having there, to use this, when the body, this is what we call the body from here up to here, the line of action from the extreme point through, then now we are considering this to be an incline there. So for the body to rest in equilibrium at an inclined plane without toppling, the line of action of its weight should be between AB from the extreme point C. So it should be between AB from its extreme point AB or at A. Not only AB, or at A. So at A, so body is going to remain in equilibrium and rest for these two cases, here and here. But when this line of action goes, going to fall off. So the line now from here up to here, this is what we call the extreme point, and then this one down. So this one is the point at the surface, the plane, as you can see here. So this is the point at the plane, as you can see there. The point at the plane here, this is the extreme point we have there, and this is our center of gravity. Now, if the line of action from C through the center of gravity is outside the base AB, then the body will topple. As you see, it's outside AB, the body will topple. In figure 1, the body is in equilibrium and remain at rest. So there the body is okay, it's not going to fall off. Then in figure 2, the body is in equilibrium and it will remain at rest, but at the point of toppling. When the line of action is at this point here, from here to here, at the extreme points there we see that the body is at the point of toppling. It has not yet, but it is at a point. Any change, any further increase in the inclination of the step or the stop is going to fall off. In the figure 3, the body's equilibrium is not maintained and it will top or fall off. Not. So that is the case we had there. So as long as you know these ones, so this one if they say at the point of toppling, it means that the line of action is between two extreme ends. The one at the top and the one at the surface. As simple as that. Okay, so now we come to this. If the surface is rough, then we expect of course friction. That was just free. Then we expect here some friction if the body is at a rough surface. Of course, it has weight mg. Then if you resolve this, I think remember this one is from resolving, resolve like this, resolve like this. Then there, it will all of course have some reaction. Then this is the center start line here at the point of toppling there. Then here we have of course RF. Is given that R friction is given by mu R. Then theta is the angle of inclination, and then R, if you resolve along, perpendicular to the plane, that's what you get from those previous lessons we covered. So let us see, we have 4 cases here. Let us see case 1. Case 1, body will not slide if we have some friction, the only force acting on this body, this is the force. So the body is not going to slide if this friction is greater than this, because already is pulling it up. Remember, it's at rest. So as long as this is less than this, the body is not going to slide. That is the case for sliding. So this one is less than the friction of the surface. Then you know that R here is mg, and if you divide both sides, so that mg is going to cancel and be at tan theta less than that. So the tan of this angle is less than the coefficient of friction. Coefficient of friction means the roughness of the surface. Then case 2, body at the point of toppling. Now the body is at the point of toppling. If F, it implies that F is at its maximum. It means that now is at the point of toppling or going downwards, at the point of sliding. It implies that now this force that is pulling that body to go like this now is greater and the frictional force. Then when you divide, it means that the coefficient of friction, is greater than that. This one we call it, I think we know what tan theta is in terms of, but anyway. Then this one, of course, we know that tan friction is the angle, is our angle of friction. Then from here, I think we can see here, they are telling us that now the body topples before it slides. The body topples before it slides. It means that now the mg, the frictional force is greater than this, and then divide, we have this case here. The case when the body topples before it slides. I think we've been seeing when I was illustrating, the body slides, then after it falls off, it topples. Then case 4, the body simultaneously topples and slides if mg is equal to the frictional force. That is the case we have. So in simple terms, if tan theta is equaling to mu. So that's the case. So if theta is at this maximum, if we have here the angle of friction lambda, then other things will come in. Anyway, those are the 4 cases. The case when sliding, the case when the body is toppling before it topples but it slides, and then the point case when the body is toppling while sliding, Okay, now note that if I have this case now, sometimes they will ask you to get that angle. Get that angle now, if this is the center of gravity, we need the distance from here up here and the distance from here up to here, which we can aggregate, and then you'll be able to get your tan theta according to that. We are going to see now some examples in the next lesson. See you there, but please don't forget to subscribe to the channel.